and unreadable un let's do it again. Hi guys, hey dear, good evening. In case you are wondering what is the lighting as a typical Nigerian, I'm sure you already guessed why. So let's move. So in my last video, I explained what is cryptography, the concept of what cryptography and how it's been different from the normal crypto everybody has been saying. Today we'll be talking about hashing, hash functions. Yes, hash function is another core of cryptography in blockchain. So let's dive into it. So now, before we talk about hash functions, let us explain what hashing is. Hashing is the process of scrambling a piece of information or a data beyond recognition. That means turning, just like I said in encrypting, turning a plain text into a ciphertext which is unreadable. But in hashing, it is beyond recognition. Beyond recognition in the sense that you cannot decrypt it. I hope you get it. So now we know what hashing is. What is hash functions? Hash functions are algorithms that perform mathematical operations on the plain text to generate a hash value. What is a hash value, or in other words, digest? When we pass the input through the hash function, it calculates what we call the hash value. So I hope you got that. So now I know you are wondering, like, this thing is kind of like sounding, similar to encryption, but no, hashing is not encryption, and encryption is not hashing. Let me tell you why. In encryption, it's remember I said it's like changing a plain text into a ciphertext, right? That is converting a readable text, something that can be easily read, into something that is unreadable. Now in encryption, you can actually decrypt it. That is, you can rechange it, right? Change it back to the plain text. So after changing to ciphertext, you can like change it back to the plain text. You get, like, it's reversible. But in hashing, you cannot. Once it's been converted into that hash value, once it has gone through the hash functions, once the mathematical operation has been worked on it, the data cannot be reversed. It is stand still. Like, you can't decrypt that data. That is the difference between hashing and encryption. They do the same thing, yeah. Converting a plain text into a ciphertext. Some changes something from readable to unreadable. Scrabbling info or data to something beyond recognition. Yeah, but in encryption, you can decrypt it. The data can be reversed. Like, you can change it back to how it was. Yeah. Let me give an example of where action comes in. When you are creating a new account, like let's say a Google account, yeah, now your password, yeah, maybe you put in password as in, should I use, let's say, ada, ada, and when it passes in through the hash functions, it converts into another hash. That thing is permanent. That password, that function, or whatever you is permanent. It cannot be changed. You can't change it back to ada. And that is why whenever you lose your password, yeah, maybe if you lost your password or you forgot your password, and then you are trying to like put in the same ada, or maybe you made a mistake at that dot, like they won't be like, oh, Mr. Jameson, this was your password. No, Google account will tell you to do what? Change new password. Or you have to go through a whole lot of process, like checking your recovery email, recovery number, recovering, and so on and so on, in order to gather your former password. Anything apart from this, they'll tell you, Mr. Man, that one was his own. If you have forgotten it, sorry for you. You have to create what? A new password. So that is the difference between hashing and encryption. I hope you got the message right. So that is all for today. I hope you understand. Sorry, I think that English is wrong, right? I hope you understood the concept of hash functions. In my next video, I'll be explaining hash collisions. how to prevent hash collisions. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. Love you.